Anyway, folks, those watching on YouTube, we are playing Outriders today. I've played a little bit, but we're going to create a brand new character and a new class today, and then start the campaign from the beginning. I think we're going to play as a pyromancer, a fire maniac, which sounds kind of cool. So let's make a reasonable looking character. Actually, I think default looks as good as anything. I'm going to stick with that and be boring, because by the time you get a helmet on, I don't think it matters at all. Maybe a slightly burnt look from playing with fire too long, eh? That might be quite good. That'll do. We need a fiery name. Mark Hot? I don't think so. Yeah, well, not everyone, but a lot of people I've spoken to have spoken very highly of Outriders, including myself, because I've really enjoyed it. The bit I've played so far. So whether it's one of those games that is short-lived and you burn through it, literally burn through it as a pyromancer, we shall see. But I've really enjoyed it so far. Do you want to skip the prologue? We'll start the game at the path selection screen. No, we're going to play the prologue to let you guys see what it's all about in the intro and to set the story. I know when I get to probably about level 12 with this character, I am probably going to switch over to the Devastator and we'll play that instead. Start a new game. I'm assuming that story point's going to be right at the beginning. Oh, you moved to a new flat as well? Wow, that's what a time to do all that during the pandemic. That must have made life a bit more awkward, eh? How was Valheim? It was a rage-based. I enjoyed some of it, and thanks very much for the gift of it. But I'm going to wait till it's finished before I play through it some more, because there's a few things in it that need polishing, I think, and I'm going to look forward to that. So Earth was dead. We had destroyed it. 2 colony ships were built to carry us across the stars. Only 1 ship made it. We're all that's left. This already starts out on quite a downer, that we've knackered Earth, which is the way it's going, which doesn't bode well for mankind. After an 83-year journey, we orbit our new home, the planet Enoch. And it has a worryingly green tinge to it. I only preferred something a little bit more blue looking. Funnily enough, it doesn't look like this when we get down to the surface, thankfully. Well, not everywhere anyway. I didn't play the demo of this game. I should say also thanks to Square Enix for providing me a key for this. Although I have also got it on the Xbox through Microsoft Game Pass, where my daughter's been playing it with my coaching, which might be more of a hindrance. Oh, that reminds me, I will need to move this webcam. Remind me when we get into the game and moving about. I'm going to guess about there.
Begin descent to surface. Copy. Disengaging. Initiating auxiliary thrusters. Command, we are 20 seconds to atmosphere breach. Initiate burn. Rotate on brake. Primary ignition set to 30%. Rotating. We are engine first. Altitude 20,000 feet and falling. Mode 1. We are getting interference. Switch to high gain antenna. Command, confirm signal strength. You're looking great, Mode 1. Go for landing.
Those fancy SpaceX landing pods, eh? When you see the size of this thing, actually, when you compare the scale, let's see what comes out.
Pod 1 has landed.
Because when you see you saw how many pods there were up on the mothership, and when you see what comes out of this, and then you later realise just how much crap they brought with them from Earth, I'm not sure the scale lines up quite right. But anyway, I don't think we need to look too deeply into this. The story is in places a little bit shaky. But I don't mind
looks like home.
any of this.
That's what worries me.
Because the gameplay's great.
Boss. You ready?
Got my truck.
So we leave Earth after having destroyed it completely. And the first thing we do is set fire to the new planet and then drive across it, bulldozing all the trees down. Sounds very human
I want
to me.
snipers at 3 and 6, multiple defense lines, and an operating base established within the hour. Move! Goodman, a word.
Bad guy
You know the
always
stakes
has.
of this mission. Flores is already half dismantled. Our engine's on its way down to power a city of 500,000. Now, if these Outrider bozos hit pay dirt, you report to me first.
Sir, I'm only here to ensure proper procedure is followed.
We're not on Earth, Shira. There is no proper procedure.
Listen up, Outriders. I know what you're all thinking. There's no going home. And no one has a clue what's waiting for us out there. But the ECA pencilheads can't greenlight this landing until we find their missing probes. So let's do our job!
Bad guys always have an English accent in sci-fi movies. Oh, this is a it's like a cover-based looter shooter type of game.
This is Alpha Actual. Down atmospheric, they're messing with the radar. Can't get a lock on the probes.
Negative, HQ. Our systems are all functioning. We'll set up camp further up.
We're to the camp for further instructions.
HQ, can you repeat? Getting some kind of injury.
I'm doing well, thanks, Nicodemus. How are you? Yeah, sorry, folks. This is a cover-based looter shooter with the cover-based bit being somewhat optional.
I'm gonna scout ahead on foot. Need to stretch my damn legs.
I'll take point. Don't need to see you get eaten on day one.
Relax, Outrider. You don't owe me anything.
I wouldn't be here without you. I'd be buried
Can I
in the
move yet?
ashes back home.
All right. Let's move out. Stay sharp. Watch our sixes.
So this is
Would you smell that air? I can't even process breathing air that doesn't smell like a burnt carburetor.
I didn't mind the air back on
Does
Earth.
that pause it? No, it doesn't. Hang on. I've just got a slight adjustment to make here.
Trust me, you'll get used to fresh air too.
Truth is, none of us should have even gotten off Earth.
Survivor's guilt. You think any one of us isn't feeling it?
It's not just that. If the Caravel's engine hadn't exploded back on Earth and killed most of the real Outriders with it, there wouldn't be a bunch of mercenaries down here in their place.
I hired you because you don't let anything get in your way.
Yes, we'll not get too attached to any of these characters. No great spoilers coming, but there's that. There is co-op for this. It's also, when it's fixed, it's going to be cross-platform as well. It was supposed to be cross-platform on launch, so like PC could play with PlayStation and Xbox players. That's totally broken, and it's really disappointing because I was planning to stream this with the voice of Todd, but we can't, unfortunately. It also stops me playing with my daughter on the Xbox and me on the PC. PC to PC works, and
We'll make camp here.
console to console
Outrider,
works.
Set a beacon flag. Let HQ know the area's secure.
But so far, there's no crossplay, which is really, really annoying, because I was kind of looking forward to that. Hello, there's a local wildlife, which we will be turning into steaks shortly. Yeah, you wait till they see what they do with this planet. I mean, humans have learned no lessons whatsoever from destroying Earth. Come across here and trash this one next. Yeah, more cross-platform games would be good, especially when we're talking Xbox and PC, because they're more or less the same thing, really, aren't they? Especially with the Windows 10 system and
All right,
background to
people,
everything.
We got jobs to do. Cuthbert, Scarstead, set up a perimeter. I want fortifications going up within the hour. Jakob, you're field testing the munitions. Gutman, get your scanner up and running so we can find those damn probes.
Find those damn probes.
Outrider, a word.
And a word. Yeah, this is very much like Gears 5 in a lot of respects, if you've played or seen that.
Hey, no matter what happens out here, I need my best gun on this in case things go south. Can I depend on you?
Just tell me what to do, Cap.
My weapons haven't been fired in nearly a century. Why don't you head over to Jakob and get your gear checked, and then be prepared to move out as soon as those probes are located. Any questions?
No word from Earth, I assume? It's really gone.
She went dark 15 years into our journey. More or less as predicted. ECA's confirmed no communication since.
Shit. You know, I grew up a slumdog, fighting for scraps. Lost everyone, really, long before the end. Doomsday just wasn't a thing I worried about. Hell, I was never gonna live past 20 anyway. Somehow, I was one of the ones who made it. Don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Get to work.
As things go right. Time's coming, you're gonna have to leave all that behind. This is a new beginning. You could have a family here. Build a cabin. Grow old and get fat.
That's not me, Cap. Know my way around bullets, not kids. Gonna be no need for someone like me here.
Maybe the old you, Outrider. But you're one of the chosen few. You get to build the future. Don't waste it.
Don't know why, but that guy's voice reminds me of Jeff Bridges. Didn't he play Brewster Coburn in the remake of that film? Man, maybe it's a cowboy hat that's giving me that. So we could go into this guy's backstory about his family and all the rest of it, but without giving any away spoilers, we don't really need to get to know too much about this fella.
I'll go find Jakob's shooting range.
Good. We're on standby for those probes, so stay on alert.
Yeah, the outfit is Firefly-esque, right? The brown coat and space cowboy, exactly. Where are we going? We're going back up this way. So, just at the start of the game, you don't have all your controls available, and after the prologue, you get some more class abilities. You get to choose a class and a lot more skills and abilities and stuff as well. You kind of develop as the game goes, and it changes massively.
What's on your mind, boss? I know that look you get.
I do like this guy, however. Let's just get into it.
Time to test my gear.
Up for some target practice, boss. Let's get started.
So we are cutting through some of the background and lore stuff here, because I don't think it's that great. Hold space to enter cover.
Fancy stuff.
Yeah, a new toy. You're the first one to test it out, boss.
Thank you.
Think you could take on
Oh,
the
I
thing?
don't think we're going to try and take that on. So at the start of the game, cover is like really important, and depending on the class that you're playing, it probably becomes less so
Now give that
as you
sniper
level
a
up
try,
and develop
eh?
your character and get some skills. That's not the case with all classes, but it was the case with the Devastator that I've played so far. Switch to the sidearm. Oh, is this? There we go. Key bindings.
Damn. Somehow 80 years has improved your aim.
One kind of cool thing about this is that the sidearms do have their place in the game as well. They're not just there as a sort of emergency oh crap weapon. And there's a nice selection of guns in this too. What have we got there? I should have reloaded that sooner. That's a rookie mistake.
You can stop showing off.
I will say when I played this on the Xbox, I found it a little bit harder to aim with the controller.
Just like riding a bike.
Mouse and keyboard is easy for aiming, but not so easy for getting the special attacks off, which we might see later, unless you've got really long fingers. But I think with a controller, you probably just get better as you get used to it.
Yep. Still got it.
You like the sidearm, Tom? I'm not. I don't know. I haven't used them an awful lot. But then I haven't had to, so I tend to find that with the two main weapons, I've had plenty of ammunition and stuff, and never got into a situation where I need to rely on the sidearm. But they're a nice, useful, because they're not just like a crap weapon for when the other ones run out. They are actually really good in their abilities and in their particular range and effectiveness, depending on what you pick. So it's quite nice.
Oh my gosh, this is stunning. I wish you could have seen this, Dad.
Hey. You're Shira, right?
I'm sorry. Can you believe this landscape? It's so beautiful.
Oh. If only we had an internet to post those to.
It's for scientific record. Besides, we'll have the internet up and running in the first 6 months. The entire thing was backed up.
I'm just pulling your leg, Shira. Any luck with the probe?
The scan's still running. I don't know what else I can do. It's just... How can the probe signals have simply vanished?
Yeah, they said it was some kind of interference or something.
Ah, from space, maybe, but not from down here.
Still, Seems the initial readings are right. We're breathing.
Yes, but before the ECA can authorize 500,000 more people coming here, we need the probes data to know we can support them.
And if we can't, what's the EC's plan B?
Do you have any questions I got answers to?
Nope. Sorry, I laughed there because she's called She-Ra, and every time they say that name, I think of the cartoon character She-Ra, who was the sort of the female counterpart to He-Man. Anyone remember She-Ra? From when I was a kid a long time ago. I don't know that there's any love interest in this game, I'll be honest. I don't know if it goes to that. So basically the story is that Earth is trashed. These colony ships have come right across the stars for 83 years. And we're the first wave. We're supposed to be a group of sort of mercenary scout types to land on the planet and check the place out before we give the okay for the rest of the remnants of humanity to come landing. That's the plan.
Hey, is that supposed to blink that way?
Was it the sister cousin of He-Man? Was she? I can't remember.
I think we got a signal. It's close.
Excellent work, Outrider. Now go locate the damn thing so we can land this beauty.
Copy that.
I would.
Hey, it's an historic moment. We should document it.
A selfie on everything,
scientific
even in the future. I keep thinking that guy in the cowboy hat is Jeff Bridges. I'm just choosing to picture him voicing that. And I would say it could be, except for it's going to be a very short-lived part, so I don't think it is, without looking at the credits. Yeah, you can customise your own character. There's not a huge amount of customisation for characters, to be quite honest, in the makeup. There's male or female, and that's the only voice choice you get to make, and basic appearance. And then there's some hairstyles and scars and skin colours. It's not massive, but it's enough.
Heads up, I got movement. 9 o'clock, something big.
All units stay alert. Guard the perimeter. Hold your fire until we know what we're dealing with.
Jeff Bridges, I'm sure. Rooster Coburn.
We got eyes on some kind of hyena-looking cow things.
Yeah, I'm seeing them over here too. A whole herd of them.
Are we sure all the wildlife around here are vegetarian?
Herbivores? We call them herbivores?
Whatever. They look pretty ugly, you ask me.
No, they're astonishing. I bet they can be domesticated for farming.
I bet they make some fat, juicy steaks.
Yep. First thought.
One of those cow things is sunning itself right on my path.
Hey, maybe you can get close enough to get a DNA sample.
Not exactly our priority, but if I can get close without spooking it, I'll try.
Cover-to-cover movements. Yeah.
Scared it off.
Stop talking.
But I've secured the objective.
Stop it. Stop it.
Got some kind of storm brewing.
Storm? I'm sure that'll be nothing. Yeah, Piranha Man, I played the Emperor's Zone demo very briefly. And you're right, it is it Tom McKay who voiced Henry in Kingdom Come Deliverance, voicing one of the main characters? And is it Stephen Hartley, I think he's called, who's been in loads of TV and film roles, voicing one of the others. And there was another voice I recognised in there as well. And I was really impressed by that. But the alpha the alpha demo that's on offer is not going to look like the fully finished game. I was going to make a video on this, but it is so rough at the moment, and the developers have promised so much change, I didn't bother making the video. And I was impressed that they'd gone for some real quality voice acting in there, so I thought, oh, okay, they've paid for the proper actors, this is going to be some really special game. So I inquired more about the voice acting and the choices of it, and I got back from them that they didn't actually choose those voice actors. They put the voice acting out to an agency, and the agency chose those actors within the budget. So the fact that the developers didn't specifically ask for particularly amazing voice actors or experienced and trained actors to do it suddenly just put the brakes on my enthusiasm a little bit, because we don't know how that's going to be implemented in the last thing or what else they've got planned. So we shall see. But yeah, it was pretty good. I don't know what to give you to spend your channel points on, Nicodemus. Give me some suggestions sometime, and we shall think of something.
Found the probe. Looks like it landed pretty hard, but the data seems intact.
Copy that. Transmitting to HQ now. Good work, Outrider.
Hold on. Tanner, I'm picking up a second signal, but something's weird about this one.
Weird?
The pitch is rising and falling? It's supposed to be a steady tone.
Outrider Alpha to HQ. Hold off on calling in that green light. We got another probe out here to analyze.
Negative, Alpha. Your job is done.
Damn it. Maxwell, listen to me. We can't afford to make mistakes. Give us time.
Any more time and we lose our orbital window. We have the data, I'm calling it in. You want to keep searching? Don't blame me if you find trouble. Over and out.
All right, Outriders. Rendezvous back with the convoy. Let's go find that stray.
See, this is the thing that gets me with this story, right? Humanity spent 83 years travelling to this new planet, and we get there, and suddenly there's this massive impatience to get everything down on the ground within the first 30 seconds before we've checked anything out. I don't know. It seems, unless this is explained later on in the story, why there is this urgency to get down, it seems a little bit stupid to me. But anyway, 100 channel points for a doner kebab to be delivered by Uber. See if we can get sponsored by Kebab You Like then. We'll work on that. The channel points, they are it's just a way of assisting viewers interact with the stream, I think, or keeping their attention that Twitch put in. But if there's any nice ideas that you want to see, then by all means, give me some suggestions.
Hey, Cuthbert, any updates?
What you'd like to spend them on.
Probe signal is mostly noise, but I've tracked its source. There.
Hope you all brought your galoshes.
Jacob. Same shit, different planet.
Oczywiście.
I like this guy. This guy's cool. I think we can change our appearance later on when we get into the main game as well. There is like there's definitely a customization screen you can go to in your camp. I haven't messed about with that though. You would be surprised what they got left on that colony ship after 83 years. Wait and see what they bring down.
Shit. Electronics are freezing up.
Trucks are down. We continue on foot. Soldier, your primary focus, Shira. Understand? We keep moving. Eyes up.
Yeah, what's this? What's this high IQ move? A forest full of green stuff, and they go wading through the black shit on the floor. I wouldn't even do that in my park, let alone on an alien world.
Choke on your own spit, dude.
It's nothing, I'm good.
Yeah, stick your fingers in it.
Get back to the ship. Alert the medics.
What's going on?
Hey, stay back. God damn it.
I mean, when has ever sticking your fingers been into black stuff seemed like a good idea? Oozing out of logs.
Tanner, got eyes on the probe.
What's that? Kill it.
I got movement. Heading in.
We got something nasty coming in, I think. Or have we?
HQ. We've encountered a potential biological hazard.
Oh, there we go.
Requesting quarantine procedure at base.
Damn it, Tanner! I told you bozos not to go and mess up this operation!
Hey, boss, we lost you.
I'm getting our straight probe. How's Scarstead?
He looks like shit.
Any idea what this black gunk is?
Some kind of saprophyte or mycelium? Let's maybe collect samples.
They picked a hell of a spot to land, that's all I'm going to say. This looks like a rat ogre from Warhammer, doesn't it? Kind of, I suppose. And this is where we learn to dodge.
Okay, you want to play?
And jump. I don't think we can die in this early tutorial bit, but I don't want to try and prove that point by messing up. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Got attacked by one of those cow things. Something drove it crazy. I had to put it down. Keep an eye out.
Copy that, Outrider. Now move your ass and find that probe.
So I don't know how many levels we'll get through today, but the first few levels of a character, they all play the same until you get to choose a class and you get some abilities. Once you get some class abilities unlocked and leveled up, they play so differently. Humans are the worst, yeah. We're not just killing all the wildlife, we're getting rid of all the flora and fauna. We don't learn a thing. But that sounds very human to me.
This thing's just in relay mode. Tanner, the signal isn't coming from the probe. It's coming from outside our search zone, somewhere else on the planet.
That's impossible. There is nobody else. Secure the hard drive. We'll analyze that signal back at base.
Copy. Ah, damn it! Something's frying it, Tanner.
Give us the frequency.
Carrier frequency is 9.7 point. Tanner, do you copy?
This is a bit I like. You'll see why later. Quickly writes it down on the back of his hand.
Tanner.
Hey, Calso. It's going well,
I'm seeing
thanks.
some really strange shit down here.
How are you?
What the fuck?
Yeah, so this thing has quite a lot to answer for, as you will see. Whoop. Where are we going? Whoop. Yeah, I have played this bit a couple of times with other characters.
Come on!
So that looks pretty grim, right?
Help me.
But this is one of those weird things where it's something terrible that a very small minority of people who don't get instantly vaporized get turned into super people. It's a strange, strange facet of sci-fi, is this. Like when you get hit by a nuclear bomb, and if you are just the right distance from the epicenter of that nuclear explosion, you don't die, you get nuclear superpowers. I'm just starting this playthrough. Calcor, sorry, it's a second C as hard as it. But I have played through this bit before with another character. But for the benefit of the story and for you guys watching, we're going through from the beginning.